Hi to everyone. In the last class, we discussed about the light. There are two important concepts in the light that are the reflection and refraction. We learned what is the meaning of reflection and then what is the meaning of refraction. Reflection will occur through one surface, that means mirrors. Refraction is occurs through two surfaces, that means lens. Two media it requires. In case of reflection, only one media is enough. And then after that, we learned about the components of the spherical mirrors. And then components of the spherical mirrors, we learned five important things. The radius of curvature, focal length, pole of the mirror, aperture. Aperture means where the reflection will occur on the spherical mirror. And then one more thing is pole. Pole means mirror. Center of the mirror is pole. So after the components of the spherical mirrors, we learned about the relationship between the radius of the curvature and then the focal length. So radius of the curvature will be equal to 2f, or f is equal to r by 2. This relationship between the radius of curvature and then focal length also we were discussed. And then after that we discussed about one or two problems based on this formula. Then now we can move to how the images are formed in front of the mirror in case of concave mirrors. We know the difference between the concave mirrors and then the convex mirror also. Is it right? The board, how the rays will form in the spherical concave mirrors. I am saying here three standard incident rays are very important. How the images will form in front of the mirror in case of spherical concave mirrors. Spherical concave mirrors. So look at here. I told you you have to refer your textbook. They given in a tabular column. That means you can able to remember through the tables. And then I am saying these three important incident rays. Remember it. Listen here carefully. When the ray will falling on the center of curvature and then it is reaching the reflection area of the mirror, then what about here incident ray and then reflected ray. So look at here, this is the center of the curvature, right? The normal ray will be always through the center of the curvature, is it right? So now here center of the curvature will be in 90 degree, understand? And then I told you this is the normal ray, always 90 degree. This is the incident ray and then this is reflected ray. The incident ray will be equal to the reflected ray. So here 90 degree will be the normal ray and then incident ray is 0 degree. See how here incident ray is along with the normal ray only, right? So I am saying I is equal to 0 degree and then R is equal to also 0 degree according to your law of reflection. Clear? So this is the one standard form of incident ray in the concave mirrors. Just simple, whatever we will learn in the concave mirror, same as in the convex mirror, but focus and center of curvature will be the behind the mirror, that's it. And then here, this is the first incident ray will occurs when the light ray is coming through the center of curvature and it is in reflecting on the spherical mirror. Then this normal ray, I will say it's a 90 degree, incident ray will be 0 degree and reflected ray will be 0 degree. Actually this is a one sphere, right? Circular sphere, right? Mirror means one circular sphere. Okay, now the second form of incident ray in the spherical concave mirrors means, see when the light ray is passing through the focus, when the light ray is passing through the focus, it is reflecting on the surface, again reflecting on the surface, coming back the ray that is parallel to the principal axis. That is parallel to the principal axis. What is the meaning of principal axis? Principal axis is an imaginary line passing through the center of the curvature and then pole of the mirror. So many students are repeatedly getting the confusion. That is the definition of the principal axis. So many members are saying it is an imaginary line joining the center of curvature and then pole of the mirror. No, it's a very wrong. So this is an imaginary line passing through. Much difference is there between the passing through and then joining. Be careful. Principal axis is nothing but imaginary line passing through center of curvature and then pole of the mirror. Remember, the line is passing through C and P. That is principal axis. So, this ray is reflecting back parallel to the principal axis. This is the second situation. And then this is our standard incident ray in the spherical concave mirrors is when the light ray is passing through the, it is not passing through anything, just it is directly incident on the spherical concave mirror, but it is parallel to the principal axis. Then it will focus here through the, it is coming out through the focus. So here we are getting the focus. Understand? So these are the three important standard incident rays in case of spherical convex concave mirrors. So let's see how the standard incident rays will be on the spherical convex mirror, and then we will go to the sign conversion in both the mirrors. Clear? Standard incident rays in case of spherical convex mirror. This is the standard rays here. This is the convex mirrors standard incident rays. So before we studied the incident rays in the concave mirrors. Now I came to convex mirror. You know the difference between the concave and the convex clearly. In case of convex mirrors, the light rays are converging. In case of convex, light rays are diverging. The focus, the image will form in the concave mirror in front of the mirror. Okay. The image will be formed is behind the mirror. That is in the case of convex. Clear? So now image is forming behind the mirror here. So in the convex mirror, when the light is passing through the center of the curvature. Here this is an imaginary line I drawn. So this is a light ray passing and incident on the spherical convex mirror. Then this incident ray will be 0 and then reflected ray will be also 0 degree. And then coming to the second standard incident ray, when the light ray is passing an incident on the spherical mirrors, it is getting reflected back. It is a diverging, right? So, and then third one is when it is passing through the focus of mirror. Again, it is coming parallel to the principal axis. Please take a screenshot of this standard incident rays. Okay, now let's come to the sign conversion. How we can remember this sign conversion? So you know that if the image will form in front of the mirror, that is in case of concave mirrors, right? So I'll say it's easily, you know that in the maths graph diagram, right? That is towards the right positive, towards the left negative, upwards positive, downwards negative. Is it right? Like this you learned in the maths in case of graphs and all those things. So here also same thing I will say, no much of difference. So here if you write one spherical mirror, if the reflection will happens here, this is a concave, right? If the reflection will happens here, convex. So here In front of the mirror, negative. Okay. Behind the mirror, positive. Idu in front of mirror. Okay, in front of mirror negative, behind the mirror positive. Okay, and then above the principal axis thrice. Above the principal axis positive, below the principal negative. If the image will form above the principal axis, it's a positive. If the image will form below the principal axis, it's a negative. You know that in a convex mirror it will happens behind, and then in concave image will form in front. So it is always u means object distance. U means object distance. Clear? U means the object distance always negative in case of concave mirrors, and then object distance in case of convex mirror always positive. If the image will form above the principal axis positive, below the principal axis is negative. That's it. It's a very simple. And then take a screenshot of this. Then we will learn the mirror formula and then magnification formula, two formulas. Then we can solve one problem now. So take a screenshot or write it down. So mirror formula. One by f is equal to, f means focal length, u plus 1 by v. U means object distance, v means image distance, f means focal length. U means object distance, v means image distance. Clear? Then magnification, one more formula. Magnification formula. Here image distance divided by object distance. Image distance means v, object distance means u. This is the magnification formula. This is the focal length formula. Clear? Then we can solve one problem now. I'll write one problem. An object is placed 25 centimeter in front of a concave mirror. Observe. Concave mirror. An object is placed 25 centimeter in front of a concave mirror. Right? Always images will form in front of the mirror in case of concave mirrors. Okay? Mirror of focal length. Focal length they are given as 12.5 centimeter. At what distance from the mirror should the screen be placed? Screen, for what it will place? So that a sharp image is obtained. See, problem is very simple. An object is placed 25 centimeter in front of the concave mirror. I'll write it's a concave mirror. This is the center of the curvature. This is focus. And then this is the focal length between the focus and then the pole of the mirror. They given focus is 12.5. I told you it's a below the principal axis. Okay, so I'll take it as a minus. And then concave mirror in front of concave mirror. That means here in front means I told you my negative, right? 25 centimeter. So what distance from the mirror should the screen be placed to get the object image distance? Clear? So we have to find out here V. Image. We have to find out the image distance. So write down the mirror formula here. U plus 1 by V. So we want this one. So I'll make it as a 1 by F minus 1 by U. So according to the given data, just I'll substitute here. 1 by F means minus 25. See here, minus 25. Okay, just write down. I'll say in another step. Minus 1 by U means minus 12 by 5. So if you want to take a LCM here, you may get the confusion. So I'll do one thing here. Instead of writing 1 by minus 12 by 5, I'll write 25 by 2. Clear? 25 by 2. I'll write it. Minus this one. Minus into minus plus. Make it as here 25 by 2. Reciprocal. I'll take it as a upside. So this will becomes as a 2 divided by 25. Don't get confusion. I'll write it as 2 divided by 25. Understood? Now I'll take the LCM here. Minus 25. Here. Okay? Understood? 1 plus 2. So here you will get 1 by 2. Minus. So this reciprocal, I'll take it as a minus 24. That means image will form in front of the mirror. So only we are getting 25 centimeter in front of the mirror. That means see here, the incident is also, here you are getting right. So V is equal to minus 25 by centimeter. Okay, this explanation is enough. Next, when we will go to the complicated problem, then I will explain. So now clearly understood. So for your convenience, 12.5 for the decimal. So you will get the confusion. So only this I am writing as a 25 by 2. So this reciprocal 2 will go upside and 25 will come down. So I am taking the LCM here minus 25. So I am taking here 2 minus 1 is plus 1 divided by minus 25. This reciprocal take it and then V is equal to minus 25 centimeter will be the answer. So in the another class I am going to discuss another problems. After some problems we will learn about the refraction of the spherical lens. Clear? Okay, thank you.
After watching the video, please like, share and subscribe.